It's happened to the best of us. You hand in an essay, quite possibly the best thing you've ever written, maybe even the best thing that's ever been written on the topic. It's full of amazing, original ideas, unique insights, and could well change the whole world. And then you get your feedback, and the mark is low. There's red ink or the digital equivalent all over the page. Not relevant, unrelated, off topic. What's happened? Then you read to the end of the feedback and it says, you didn't answer the question. This is a disaster, and not an uncommon one, but it's also something that can be avoided quite easily by making sure that we understand the question that we're being asked. Now it seems obvious, but ensuring that you're answering the right question is key to gaining the best marks for your work. So let's have a look at some of the phrasing of questions. Essay titles include lots of key verbs and keywords which inform you of how the question should be answered. And if you understand these, then it becomes easy to make sure you're answering the question and to choose the right style of essay. Let's start by looking at an example. Here the essay asks us to discuss the relevance of the internet in relation to recent social movements in Latin America. In this example, there are a number of keywords that we need to look out for. So let's break these down together. Firstly, the key verb here is discuss. This word instructs us that we need to investigate and examine by argument or debate the topic that we're looking at. The word internet, this is the subject of the question. We need to understand what is meant by the term internet, and we need to make this the main focus of the essay. No point talking about non-internet social movements. The use of the word recent gives us a time frame. And the recent is quite vague, so you might need to consider what that means within the context of the rest of the question. Our unit of analysis is provided by the words social movements. The unit of analysis is the people or the object that we want to study. We must answer the question in relation to social movements in this case. And finally, Latin America provides us with the location we should be focusing on. While other examples might have some relevance, the question should primarily be about Latin America. As you can see, the question is really guiding the shape of our essay. And we would need to be careful to ensure that we're including all of those aspects that we're being asked for, while also retaining a focus on all of those aspects. Perhaps the most important word is that instructional verb that often appears at the start of a question, although can be hidden somewhere else. This tells us the specifics of what the essay needs to be about and what shape it should take. And it's really important that you know what these verbs mean. Some of them have quite similar meanings, but your lecturer will have chosen carefully the one they've used in the question. So you need to be sure to keep them happy by checking what it means. To make this easier, there's a link to some of the most common instructional verbs below this video. It's really important before you start an essay that you take time to figure out exactly what you're being asked to do. Avoid skim reading the questions and writing the essay that you want to write. Instead, identify the keywords and phrases, write out a plan that covers them all, and don't rush this bit.
It bothers me that you're not answering the question.
There's more on understanding questions in my student study guide available from the University of Westminster Press.